What's up my beautiful people, good day, welcome back to my channel. So guys, in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a leave-in conditioner using okra gel. This leave-in conditioner helps to soften your hair, helps with detangling your hair, and also helps to keep your hair moisturized for a long time. So if you have been suffering from dry, brittle hair and you're looking for a natural hair remedy to take care of that, then this leave-in conditioner might be the answer. So guys, first what I'm using is fresh okra gel. Of course, this leave-in conditioner is an okra leave-in conditioner and you'll be needing okra. You could use fresh okra or dry okra, but I prefer to use fresh okra. I'm going to chop my okra and then I'm going to boil it to extract the gel. If you don't want to boil your okra, another alternative that you can do is to soak the okra in water for 2 to 8 hours or even overnight, which is like equivalent to 12 hours. And by the end of the soaking, you will notice that your water becomes jelly. Jelly okra water is what we need to proceed with this leave-in conditioner. And whether or not you are using the fresh or the dried okra, please make sure that you are removing the parts, any part that is not good at all. All right. So guys, after chopping my okra into pieces, I'm going to pour a glass of water into my okra and then I'll put it on the stove and boil it just a little bit. And then after boiling it, I like to leave it to infuse again for 12 hours. Okay, that's overnight. So I pour it inside my container and I'm going to leave it to infuse for 12 hours. So guys, you definitely don't have to do this step where you soak it again and leave it for a while. However, if you take this extra step, you will notice that it becomes more jelly, so the option is yours. So I simply covered it and let it sit there for overnight. You can choose to let it sit for extra 2 hours or 8 hours, but I left mine in the counter and I went to bed. And so the next day it is time to make the leave-in conditioner. So the first thing that I do is I weigh my bowl so that I'll be able to differentiate between the weight of the bowl and the actual quantity of my leave-in of my okra gel. And this is what the okra gel looks like the next day. So now let's measure it. Don't look at the cup. I'm going to show you the actual quantity on the gram, okay? Yes, so because from the cup I wasn't able to ascertain how many cups that I use. However, I'm going for 300 gram of my okra gel. So after measuring, I'm going to reduce or increase until I get 300 gram, and then we'll move on to the next ingredient. Now this is what I'm telling you. This is 300 gram and this is the actual quantity of the okra gel. So the next thing that is going to my water phase is my glycerine. Now I'm going to be measuring 2½ tablespoons, which is equivalent to 1 tablespoon. Now the actual gram of this spoon is 7.5. However, I've noticed that my measuring cup and my measuring scale does not give the same number. So I'm going to put it on the double boiling method to heat up while we prepare the phase B. Okay, now in our phase, here is where you add all your oil solubles such as the oil, the butter, the emulsifying wax that you choose to use, and any other oil soluble items that you wish to add. So all my oil phase is going to sum up to 112 gram. All right, so first I am measuring olive oil. I use 1/8 cup to measure both my olive oil and my coconut oil. So the cup is 31 ml, but if you check on the scale, it was given 22, and that is why I said my measuring cup and my measuring scale does not give the same number. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add is my emulsifying wax. I'm going to be using Ewas, but if you want a conditioning feeling, you could search for BTMS 50. That one will give a more conditioning effect to your product. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of Cetyle alcohol. We're going to talk more about that Cetyle alcohol later on in this video. And the last thing that is going into this oil phase is shea butter, and I added 41 grams of my shea butter. So there you go, this is 112 of our oil phase. Now we are going to also be dissolving this in a double boiler until it is completely dissolved. The essence of all this is to get the both of them to be in the same temperature. Okay, why you necessarily have to dissolve, of course, your phase B, which contains the solid ingredients, but for your phase A you just have to put it on the fire to get it to get it all to be in the same temperature. So what I'm going to be doing now is to combine my phase B, my phase A and my phase B together. And to do that, I also went ahead to measure my bowl just so I will get a roughly idea of the size of the bowl. So I'll pour my phase A first, which is the okra gel. I'm going to pour the okra gel in the big bowl, and then followed by the phase B, which is the butters and the oils. Okay, and you would want to, you know, emulsify it, like apply force as soon as possible, just to make sure that both water and the oil combine properly. This method will prevent it from separating later on in the future. Okay, that is what I've noticed, that if I don't do it this way immediately, you will notice that the water gradually starts to separate. Okay, after a long while, after applying that pressure on it for a while, I'm going to now let it sit. I'm going to let it sit for a good 10 minutes or less. Okay, I just threw the thing inside freezer so that it will cool down faster. You can choose to leave this in the kitchen counter and it's still going to cool down. Okay, you just want it to cool down just a little bit, maybe say 5 to 10 minutes, and then you continue whipping again. And I love this process because once I let it go a little bit and start whipping, it just gives me the consistency that I'm looking for. So now I'm just going to keep whipping and whipping until I get the consistency that I am looking for. So I've noticed that sometimes when I am whipping, some of my leave-in conditioner, they just harden one touch without me having to like let it cool down and all of that. While some, such as this one, I have to allow it to cool down a little bit, then I'll proceed. Okay, yeah, just so you know. So I know how the phase A, phase B thing might seem complicated. If you feel like it is complicated, don't worry. I used to feel like that too when I first started. However, I have a video where I combined everything in one bowl without having to separate the two phases. Like, that was straightforward. Okay, so if you want, you can check that out, but keep on watching. I believe you will like the outcome of this one. If you have any question at all, any confusion, please let me know in the comment section. I'm also a student of this formulating thing. I'm working my way up towards, you know, learning how to formulate my own DIY products at the comfort of my home. Like, the feeling is so therapeutic, if you ask me. I am someone that doubts myself. I used to doubt myself a whole lot. I'm changing now by God's grace. So being able to make these things and watch them come out the way that I love, it boosts and fuels my my self-esteem, if you know what I mean. So now it is time to introduce the phase C. But can you see the consistency of this cream? Oh God, I love making my own DIY hair products. It gives me so much joy. Okay, and that is why I love to keep practicing and practicing until I get it right. Now if you want to join me on this journey, you could, you know, click the subscribe button and subscribe so that we'll grow together. When I make, you make yours as well, and when I perfect, you bet you're going to be a pro as well. And if you know any tricks and tips that will help me, please drop it in the comment section. Okay, thank you very much. So this is me just showing you how it dissolves in my skin. Now let us begin to add the phase C. Phase C is made up of ingredients that you cannot add when your product is still very hot. These ingredients are sensitive to heat. Such ingredients include the preservative, the fragrance, essential oils, vitamin E, and you get the gist. Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to be adding my preservative first. I'm adding the half tablespoon. First, I thought it was too much, and then later on I decided to just add everything. Second, I'm going to be adding my local fragrance. I've even forgotten the name of the fragrance I'm using exactly, but it's a local fragrance. And then I'm going to be adding my vitamin E. And after adding my vitamin E, I'll go ahead and add my essential oils. Essential oils such as lavender essential oils, tea tree essential oils. If you have peppermint essential oil, if you like that menthol feeling on your hair, yeah, you can also add peppermint essential oils. I don't have it, that is why I did not add it. Okay, so along the way I noticed that my product was not smelling the way that I wanted to smell, so I went ahead and added more essential or more lavender essential oil and more of my fragrance, just to get it to smell the way that I want it to smell. All right, nothing too fancy, like the smell is not strong. Okay, just let it just smell nice. You know, there's some products just smell natural but nice. You get that is what I was looking for. So did you notice that I changed the blender that I was using? So this phase B, right, you can actually choose to use your hand to mix it all together. However, I like to use my hand mixer. This is where I like to use my hand mixer, because the heavy job has already been done in the first part. And that first part, the reason why I love to use immersion blender is because immersion blender has the speed to homogenize your phase A and phase B instantly. And once your ingredients homogenize well, it is not going to separate. Okay, it is not going to separate. As long as it stays on your counter, it's not going to separate. Okay, yeah. And guys, this thing is ready. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like I jumped something, but anyway, who cares? Look at how lovely it looks. Like it looks like something you can apply on your body, like every part of your body, from your head to your toe. All right, so now we are going to be packaging our product because we are done. Now if you get to this part of this video, please give yourself a pat in the cheek. You are a hero. And now you've just made your own emulsified leave-in conditioner, something many people never thought was possible. And if you've made it this far in your journey, you can go even further. And guess what? I'll be here to help with more recipes and more routines. So can you subscribe to my channel? Let's keep growing together. Alright, so this is me trying to get the aesthetic thumbnail picture. Yeah, but I was so happy the day that I made this, and guess what? I shared it. Like, this product finished immediately. Okay, I gave part to my neighbor, I gave part to my vendor who wanted to try the Okra leave-in conditioner, and I'm going to show you how I actually use it on my own hair. Now this is a leave-in conditioner, right? I like to dampen my hair first before, you know, applying the leave-in conditioner on my hair. So that is what I'm doing. I will dampen my hair with plain water. Here you can choose to use herbal infused water or just anything that you want to use. Okay, and then after dampening my hair with water, I'm going to go ahead and apply our freshly made leave-in conditioner. Guys, please try and work in sections. Okay, you're going to enjoy, like it's going to help, you know, help you to attend to all of your natural hair strands. Okay, very necessary. And did you see how easy it was for me to comb my hair after applying this leave-in conditioner? Oh my god, when I tell you that I've been getting nice reviews from this leave-in conditioner, and I'm not even joking. And the container is even, it has finished. Like I had to remain a little quantity that I'm going to use on my children's hair, because I prefer to use my DIY product on their hair. So I still have my regular, my go-to store-bought mega growth leave-in conditioner, thank god. So until I make another one, I want to just keep that one so that I'll use it on their hair, because it was just remaining like 1 spoon or so. So this leave-in conditioner, you can use it to, you know, make your twist. Although I don't know if it's going to, I've not tried using it to as a twist out, braid out, or bantu knot out, or whatever. So I don't know if it's going to coil the way that I have in mind. Yeah, I can actually try, something I can try, but I don't know. I've not tried. I didn't try it. Okay, so yeah, you can try it and let us know the result in the comment section. I'll be glad to hear what it feels, to hear whether or not it's, you know, gives the call, it gives the hold or not. All right. All right, okay. And now for the best result, guys, when you're applying, after applying this leave-in conditioner on your hair, please go in and seal it. If you notice, more than half, what is half? Yeah, more than half of this product is water. Okra gel is still water, which means it can evaporate. Okay, and that is why you'd have to seal this your hair with butter. seal with butter, with pomade, with oil, whichever one that you have at hand. Okay, do you know what sealing it makes? Like when you layer the third product, which is like the butter on it, it's going to help these products even perform more magic. It's going to help the moisture that it has added to your hair to last much more longer. Okay, I'm going to attach some clips here on how I use it to refresh my children's hair, and also how I use it to, you know, twist my own natural hair. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. You've made my day. I'll be waiting to hear your results in the comment section, because I believe you are going to try it. I don't think that you're going to watch it all the way. So I don't think you're going to watch it all the way to the end without actually putting it into practice. So practice, and let's hear your results in the comment section. All right guys, so my name is Favor. It is always a pleasure to have you here. Until I come your way next time, please take care of yourself, and bye.